because I can't see black or white. But when I touch the piano, it's all one instrument.
Hello and welcome to the Keyboard Chronicles, a podcast for keyboard players. I'm your host, David Holloway, and I'm thrilled as always to be here with you. I've just had the honour and privilege of spending close to an hour with the sublime Brittany Davis. If you're unaware of Brittany's work, if ever there was a time to make sure you do check our show notes, it's now. And very, very highly recommend you check out Brittany's albums, their work. There's just so much with Painted Shield. There's just so much to love here. And as you'll hear and see in our interview with Brittany, their approach to creativity, there is just so much to like in this. It was an utter privilege speaking with them, and I hope you enjoy the interview as much as I enjoyed recording it. So yeah, jump in and I'll talk to you at the end of the show. Brittany, it's an absolute pleasure to have you on the show. How are you doing this fine evening?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
I'm really excited to speak with you, and I thought we'd kick off with just talking about this amazing album of yours, Black Thunder. I'd love to just start talking. If you want to tell us about your experience in recording that, and I particularly want to call out, I know your collaborators, Evan and Devon. The press release mentioned that you guys barely knew each other before recording. So I'm really interested in just your thoughts on how the recording went and getting to know each other as musicians and then putting together this amazing set of songs.
Well, one thing, Evan, Devine, and I know we move around the city of Seattle and a lot of other places, but like just sitting down and making a whole album, like we really didn't plan that out. It was really a impactful, like emotional thing for me because I'm like, these guys are playing music that I know in my spirit, but I don't know stylistically. I don't know all the ins and outs of everything, but just recording with them was just like a dream. And like having the freedom to just do whatever because we don't have the roadmaps when we're, improvisational. It just takes it to a whole nother level and allows for the imagination and creativity to really flow between all of us, and getting to know them and hearing their stories and what makes them tick musically and sonically. It was just really interesting, and it was powerful.
That's great. And how long did it take when you first caught up with the other two, where you felt like you had a rapport and that things were coming together for you musically to record?
Well, I feel like we just kind of started off with something. Like the chemistry just built and built. It just kind of felt like it was something. I don't know. Like I played a lot with Devon Evans, but Evan Flory-Barnes, I hadn't had a lot of playtime with him. But like he just stepped right in there. As a matter of fact, when we started the process, it was just Devon and I. And the engineer and co-producer Josh Evans was like, "Hey, let's get Evan in here. This is getting good. Let's see where this goes." And we added Ev in, and it was just another layer of chemistry just on top of what we were already doing. So yeah, it was
That's
pretty. It was pretty like gritty and just straight to the point. It was just like boom. It was lightning in a bottle, as a lot of people call it.
Yeah, actually, that's a great analogy, and so I'm really keen to explore that a bit further with the songs on the album. So I've had the pleasure of listening to the album, and I want there was some. I mean, the whole thing is amazing, but I just wanted to
Thank
call
you.
out three particular parts. So, firstly, are those short pieces, the 8 ancestors pieces that go throughout the album. Just love them to bits. Just tell us a little bit about where the initial one came from, because they're all variations on an amazing theme. Just tell us about how those ancestor short pieces came together.
So the ancestor short pieces are the paths between the songs, and they actually represent the power of unity, the power of a witness. the power of an origin. How an album doesn't need to come from some mapped out produced plan all the time, but it can come from a place, an origin, or originate from a place that doesn't have to do with physicality at all. Maybe it's something that's just straight up spiritual. And when I was creating those ancestor sounds, they were the accompaniment to a song on the album known as Sarah's Song. And it was basically the witnesses of the atrocities that happened to this black enslaved woman. And she is being heralded by these ancestors for being not only strong and resilient, but herself, even in the midst of these things, and that she's not being kept a secret, but the story is being told, and there's being a call to justice on her behalf. And I think that that's what this music is for me. It's a call to justice. And so I was like, I need to put something in between these songs, not only to give them meaning, but to give them a witness. And the ancestors from Sarah's song just seemed to do the trick. So we did a lot of different layers of those, and we made it big. We made it a whole witness, a witness section, an origin section.
Yeah, it is absolutely amazing, and yeah, it certainly has a huge amount of power. So no, love those to
Thank you.
bits. And the other three songs I wanted to explore, and I'd happily probably explore every track, but Mirrors was another one that totally stood out to me. Just really had a big impact on me. Just tell us again about your experience recording that and the inspiration behind that one for you.
Well, one thing about mirrors is that I love roads.
Yes.
And so I'm just sitting behind this worldly, and I'm just like, I'm feeling one with it at this point. It's like the second day. And I'm just feeling the power of the worldly. Just, the way the air is moving through the cabinet, the way the Leslie is moving, the way that, the tremolo is moving, the way that we mic the room, the way that I'm sounding in the headphones, and just these chords come to me, and Divine just starts to play. And Evan on electric bass on that one really brought out the power in it, but the simplicity and the delicate nature of the song just came out of that chemistry and out of that kind of the birthing place of all of that, just gentility but power with those three instruments working together. And I remember feeling vulnerable like that my whole life. Like, Mirrors is a song talking about how, as a woman, and especially as a blind woman, I feel like a beautiful person, but I'm afraid to believe it based on what people say. And some people say I'm beautiful, some people say I'm not. And I don't know what to believe. And this girl in the song is looking in these mirrors, and it's like she can't find herself, but she knows who she is in herself. But in the mirrors, she can't see herself. She can't find who she is on the inside, on the outside. And she's not able to recognize the power of what it is that she brings to the table, because all she's being given to source that power out is these mirrors. And none of them look like her. None of them give her the proper bearing that she knows that she is within. And there's a part in the song where I'm like, these are the fears that we share. These are the mirrors that we've been given. We're not tall enough. We're not small enough. We're not rich enough. We don't vote enough. We don't scare enough. We don't stare. All these different things that we're afraid that we're not. And getting caught up in those snares and those false mirrors, and what it means to have an image, or a self-bearing image, or a world-bearing image, which is really powerful to me, because I don't have either. I don't have the ability to compare myself to other people to know what they look like or what I look like or any of that, because I'm constantly growing through myself um with expression. I'm not doing that with sight. All I have is what I express sonically. So, or physically.
Yeah, beautifully put. No, I couldn't agree more. Yeah, look, for our viewers and listeners, every single song on this album is worth the price of admission. But it mirrors, I said, particularly one that had an impact on me. But the other two, Brittany, I was absolutely loved amongst them all was Girl, Don't You Know, and then Girl, Now We're the Same. Now, I don't want to assume that they're related, but I'm just fascinated by both those songs. So starting with Girl, Don't You Know, again, the process for that one.
So when it comes to Girl Don't You Know and Girl, yeah, we're both the same type of deal. Like we're looking at the impact of time and space within the social construct of colorism or interpretation of colorism. And we're diverging again down that path of mirrors. What are we looking into? You know, I wear white gloves, your hands are big. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wear white gloves, your skin is fair. It's really something that dismisses the person and puts you in the place of like objectification. And the girl don't you know is actually it's in reverse. It's girl don't you know all of these things about yourself that are actually not good, things that actually break you and have left you broken. So those are the things that are left after we're both the same. We're so different, but now we're the same because it actually translates from your hands, your skin, the color, what I have, what you don't have, what I don't have, but we still have the same thing. We still have the same type of muscle or groups of muscles keeping us alive. We still live on the same planet, but we have lost the power and what it means to actually be the same thing because we perceive more of the differences than we ever do the things that actually make us exactly the same. And because of that, we get to a girl don't you know stage where we start talking about how bad our skin is, how bad our teeth are, how bad our family is, all of these different things. And mothers start berating their daughters for not following their footsteps because they're afraid of their daughters getting beat up out here in this world. And they wouldn't have had that fear had we not fallen into objectivity and just objectification um, in general. And I think, you know, that's one of the biggest problems with racism is kind of the gross negligence and the power of, objectification. That's where it all starts. Is when you start looking at skin and not within.
Exactly. Beautifully put again. And Brittany, with Girl Now We're the Same. I mean, one of the many brilliant lyrics in there is I'm a black key, you are a white key. That's okay. We can make chords. And you certainly bring that theme through in that song as well, don't you?
That's really something that I've always played with in my mind because I can't see black or white. But when I touch the piano, it's all one instrument and it has one uniform growth and development for me, which is it is a language, it is a lifestyle. And so when I think about black and white, I'm not thinking about the keys or even the race. I'm thinking about the gray, the unified, the beginning, before time. I'm thinking about what it means to be tied together by things that, I mean, it doesn't matter. If you were a black person or a white person in the 1800s, y'all both was in the 1800s. If you're black, white, mixed, whatever you are in 2025, you're here together in 2025. You are a part of the gray matter that makes today or the now possible. And so when I think of the black and white key, I think of the primordial, chaos that is the beginning of all things that we're all a part of and refuse by any means necessary to acknowledge even in the fullness and the industriousness of how we exist today.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, again, brilliant. Um, And I mean, obviously, this is not even far from your first album, long way off your first album, Brittany. I do want to talk about your first solo album, Image Issues, as well. And
Yeah.
just even probably starting off, how different was recording Black Thunder to that first album, as far as your development as an artist and your maturity and so on? Did it feel like two different processes or a continuation from that first album?
I have to be really clear when I say this. I always tell people that music is my first language.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what kind of style you hear, I'm always speaking the music language. And so it's never a different project, it's just a different conversation.
Yeah.
Or in the language stays the same. I could speak English softly or I could yell it at you, but it's still English. Um, and one of the things that image issues is it's a yell. It is a very thought out, very produced incantation of the broken pieces, the loopbacks, the over processing, you know, that comes with being in a world that requires sight without the visual organs. And I can't put into words what image issues and Black Thunder have that separate them, but what I can say is that when they speak the same language. They have the same narrative. It's just a different narrator. It's me saying, as a blind person in image issues, I'm saying, these are the things that are happening in me. And in this Black Thunder album, I guess what I feel like I'm saying, the narrator changes. It's just like us. This is what is happening with us. And now I realize that I'm a part of that. That's bigger than even my own problems.
That's a great perspective, and that's you're right. There is a really distinct difference there, and so looking back on those amazing tracks on the first album, Image Issue, as you said, it's one language, and it's not a matter of them being different. But I mean, things like Love, I'm Sick, that I love the treadmill sequence of tracks. It's just I just love all that stuff to bits. Just looking back, does it stay together for you as a coherent entity as far as you look back? And I assume you're still very proud of that album because it's an amazing album.
Yeah, that was definitely soul therapy. I got up on that operating table and really let a lot out. Stuff that I probably have never said before and probably never will say again is on that album, Image Issues. And the reason is because I see it all the time. People are speaking, they're speaking sweet nothings into the ears of our consumer, which makes money, but it doesn't create legacy. It doesn't create depth. It doesn't create any type of fullness in the mind. And it makes it easy to stop and just be there in the nonsense, honestly, the nonsense. And I'm not talking about the musicians, I'm talking about the interpretation. It's easy to be still when there's so much music that allows you to be who you think you want to be because they're selling that to you. And I think with image issues, I was like, I know they're not going to fully accept this, but this is literally what we need to get to in order to impactfully state the obvious without being, I don't know, some kind of conscious rapper or something.
Love it, conscious. Yeah, that's a really great point.
Right.
Um, no, that's superb. Thank you. And then, just because you have nothing else to do, Brittany, you're also part of an amazing supergroup, Painted Shield. You've got 3 albums out as part of that group. Just tell us about. And I know I've read many interviews where you're quoted as being, one of the key secret source of that group being as successful as it is. Just tell us about how you came to be part of that group and what different experiences that brings for you.
So for me, PS, it's just like it's home. I don't have any kind of fear or trepidation about playing with these guys. And these are some of the most legendary names out here.
Mm.
It's an honor to play with Stone Gossard and Matt Chamberlain and to sing with Mason Jennings. And, these guys are not small fries, but for me, I feel like house. They're like, again, they're like my witnesses. They're like my origins. The same way I was talking about the ancestors, they're like that for me. They're my cheerleaders. And I don't feel like I'm an integral part of it. I feel like it's just all of us together. And
Are you still there, Brittany? You just dropped out on me. I think you're back now. I think I can see you there.
can you see me?
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, no, so it just sometimes that happens. That's great.
Oh, I'm
No,
sorry.
no, that's okay. No problem at all. So you were just saying how you don't feel particularly special with PS, but that they're all just there. So just feel free to pick up that thread of conversation. I can easily edit that together.
Sorry about that. Well, no, with PS, I feel like they're home to me, and their exposure to different types of music for me is really like just it's eye opening for me to say the least, for lack of a better term. It's eye opening for me to be able to feel like even with these guys with these names, I can be at home and I can trust that what we do together is so powerful because it's us. I know they like to say I'm integral, but I'm not. I'm just a piece of the pie. I'm just maybe I'm the crust or maybe I'm the filling or different fruits or whatever, but I'm not integral. I don't feel like that. I feel like they're part of my heart. So I don't think of them like, oh, these big guys and I gotta perform and this is what like no. These guys are right here with me. We get in rehearsals and we have to like stop ourselves from grooving up stuff. It's just great.
That is amazing. And I assume then you none of you are going anywhere. I assume we can look forward to even more albums.
Come on.
Yeah,
We
bring
gonna
it
get some
on.
more out there.
Yeah, bring it on. That's amazing. No, thank you. And we'll definitely be linking to obviously both your albums and the PS stuff in our
Yes.
show notes because I can't begin to emphasize for our
Yes.
listeners and viewers that aren't aware of Brittany's work. It's all absolutely amazing to listen to. Now, I do want to briefly, Brittany, cover you've been interviewed repeatedly about your creativity and your experience of synesthesia and so on. So I'll only ask one question on that because it is well documented. But when you are in the process of creating new music, and as you've said, it's a continuum. It's not as if they're all different pieces.
Mhm.
Has that ability changed over time as far as your approach to creativity? How do you? It's such a hard question to ask. Like, is it a fire hose that you're taking a drink from here and there, or it has changed over time how you create music?
Well, sometimes I dream music and wake up and make it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just lay down. I don't make music. I let it make itself. I play. That's all I do. I play. And I mean not instrument. I just play. I'm a kid. I like to play and mess stuff up and break it. And that's how I make my music. I don't know how else to say it.
Yeah,
I just love it when things break. Cause that's the glue that brings it all out, right? When you're not thinking about how it's made or what it's made out of, but this it's this why and this where. Where was it made? I'm standing in the grocery store and I hear a cart and it's just one wheel and it makes one sound and it doesn't make it again. It's not a repeated sound, but just the sound of that wheel creates a like a pause in my thought and it clicks and I continue myself down that aisle. I'm moving and I'm threading these sounds together in my mind just like I would producing a track. And a woman drops a jug of milk and she says, "Oh my gosh," and you hear it
yeah,
and you feel the movement under your feet. It's in the air, it's electric, it's the ohms, it's the hertz, baby. It's everything. It's everywhere. And so when I'm making the music, it's not what or even I don't know how to explain it. It's literally like it's it's everything that I am and everything that I do or don't do.
yeah.
It's
That,
just
yeah,
yeah, it's quiet. It's quiet and it's loud. I know. It's crazy, but it's not a place for me that I go or any well that I dig from and like go, "Oh, well these kind of notes go here." And I'm just like, "No, I don't know. I don't know what goes anywhere. Turn it on. Let's see what happens."
yeah.
Screech. Oh, that was interesting.
And that absolutely makes sense, Brittany. So, how do you, aside from you obviously do get to spend a bit of time, and you've got obviously some brilliant keyboards and recording equipment there. Is it just a matter of you record most things as they come to mind, or like what makes you choose what you do actually lay down, or do you just pretty much lay down everything when you can, and then choose
When I
what you?
can't. Sometimes I miss it. There's sometimes when I hate when that happens. Oh, that hurts so
Yeah,
bad. When I miss it, oh, there was one that I had this morning, and it was so good, and I missed it. I was so sad. But you know what? It might come back in a different way. And so, like, whenever I can touch it, I grab it. I just go for it, straight for the chest, man. And I'm just like, okay, I don't care if I get a little sand in my shoe. I don't care if it gets a little, I don't care if it gets a little junky. I don't care if it's a little messy. I don't care if it's, you know, unkempt. It might be nothing, but it's a pulse. That's how I can say it. It's a pulse because sometimes I miss the beat and I'm not on tempo and I can feel it when it's off and I'm like, ooh, but that off beat actually is right.
yeah.
And there's something about it, man. I grab it when I can. It's right here and I'm just like handfuls of ether. Come to me, you know what I'm saying? That's what Black Thunder is.
Yeah.
It's like the ultimate practicing that. It is a study of that. That's a study of what it means to just be in the space because literally we didn't have songs like, okay, we're gonna play in this key and this
Yeah.
style with this, with this rhythmic, signature, all these things. No, none of it. None of that.
That's amazing. And so, I mean, in the Black Thunder sessions, Brittany, how much stuff do you have left over? I mean, are there 5 Black Thunders worth of material there?
Ah, see, you're smart. You asked the real question. See, that is a very potent question because you know what? There is more stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know if we're ever going to hear it.
yeah,
And I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to release it the way I want to, but I can tell you one thing. It's definitely there.
yeah. I feel like there's a Brittany Vault, like there's a Prince Vault. I just have that feeling.
Ah,
Yeah, no,
he,
that's great. That's right. Oh. Now, look, you're obviously a powerful voice in music, Brittany, and you certainly deserve an even more powerful voice. And I just love a quote that you was another interview you did. I think it was for a magazine, but so just bear with me while I read out part of the quote and then ask you a question
absolutely.
from it. So
Yeah.
you said being an overweight black blind female from the wrong side of the tracks that has no physical capital, no cultural capital, but I do have a message, and I had to make a choice to raise my voice despite all of the things that I didn't have. I had to use the one thing that I did have. Now that's a great quote. Now, how have people generally responded to you raising your voice musically? It seems like everyone's responded positively, but I imagine you've had some mixed responses as well. It's been a good experience for you.
It's been a powerful experience, and for the most part, it has been striking in, in the reception and in just the distance that I've been allowed to go with people. And one of the greatest gifts that I have is that everybody from my management to Loose Groove Records, Chris Mosier, Kevin Calabro, everybody that's working with me, they're like family, man.
Yeah.
They really give me the space to really mess up and be like, girl, why did you do that? But I still love you. Get your butt back out there and do it again. You know what I'm saying? And it's really something that I really am grateful for, because I understand without a shadow of a doubt that the band, the, the workers, the people that are behind the scenes, they're not typically like family and friends in most artists' journeys. And they really got to look out for themselves. And I have been so blessed to be able to just sit back, relax, and actually enjoy the powerful impact that that creativity has on the world from my perspective, because I'm not worried about most things like that, because I'm holding space for only creativity. I thought I was gonna have to do all these different things, and they're like, "We got it, we got it, we got it, we got," And every time I turn my mind off, like, I come back and I realize that while I was in the room, just like trying to figure out what to play, they already laid plans.
Yeah.
I don't have to do it. And it's powerful because it's not about getting off easy. It's about getting off creatively, getting out creatively. And yes, the response has been good, but we have a lot to do. And I want that response to continue through the development of my artistry, because I want that response not only for myself, I want it for everybody in this position. Just like I said, if I'm big, black, blind, overweight, female, again, from the wrong side of the tracks, it really matters to me that other big, black, blind, beautiful females from whatever side of the track that you're from have the opportunity not only to speak their voice, but to be received with the respect and the dignity due their art.
Yeah, incredible statement. Um, No, look, yeah, couldn't agree more. I'm not even sure how to respond to that, Brittany, which is how powerful it was. So no, that's amazing. Thank you. And just on that, I mean, you must have some big goals. And so, what are your goals? Say, let's say for the next 2, 3, 5, or for your career. Now, you may not know some of them, but what's success to you?
Success is right now.
Yeah.
I feel it. My heart is alive right here. I can't wait to those days when I'm able to. One of the things I want to do is I want to invite people to see with their senses and to hear, to touch, to imagine life in a sensory state and not just always in one sensory. We've been pigeonholed into believing that vision or sight is actually vision, but it's not.
Yeah.
I have vision without sight. And I believe that my journey is going to take me to places to be able to build museums that actually incorporate true sensory experiences. And they do that a lot for kids, but I'm talking about for adults. I'm talking about for people who have sensory processing disorders and actually want to get to know what's around them and how they exist within it and how they actually, resonate with the context of life that's around them.
Yeah.
I want to do that musically and actually like financially one of these days. I'll be up there talking, doing
Yeah.
some TED Talks maybe. Oh, I want to do that too.
Oh, actually, yeah, yeah, you would nail a TED talk. Yeah, we've got to make that happen. That'd be amazing. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I second that motion. Yeah, no, absolutely. No, thank you. And related to that, there's a question I know is nearly impossible to answer, but what are Brittany Davis's creative limits? Do you have any?
I hope not.
Oh.
But if I do, I embraced them a long time ago because I don't know what they are. I think my creative limits, they must be somewhere, right? I don't know. I think when it comes to embarking upon journeys that I know is going to require me to be tied down to one thing, ooh, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I gotta have my room, baby. I gotta move here and there. If I need to do a little this, I gotta do a little this. And if that have to happen, it has to happen. Because like I told you, I'm grabbing it. If you're in a room and it's like, oh, we're only doing hip hop and it's a song, it's a melody, and they're like, nah, that ain't hip hop. I'm like, no, don't let me lose it. I
Yeah.
gotta grab it. It's right here.
No, love it. Yeah, no, couldn't agree more. And I know you've been playing gigs. I know you've been playing lots of gigs over the years, but I know you've got some upcoming gigs. Am I right? You're going to, is it the UK? You've got some international stuff coming up?
Yeah, I'm going to Europe. I think it's October. I can't remember all the dates right off the top of my head.
No, we'll link them. And so
Yes.
that's not your first time overseas either, is it? You've done that before?
Yes, this would be my third
Yeah.
time overseas. And I have actually been to the UK. Shout out to the UK, baby. Shout out to uh Glasgow. Shout out to Montreux. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Switzerland. We've been I can't believe I've been overseas. And this is my third time. Oh, we
So,
went to Germany too.
what, and do you notice a difference in audiences, Brittany, as far as response?
Oh, I, you know, I can't remember I can't process all of that. I
No.
don't know, but it definitely feels no matter where I go, I feel loved. I feel like they
Yes.
want me to come back and they want me to have dinner and they want me to open my eyes to see their world and I feel connected to them. Like
Great.
I can't even explain. When I went to the Montreux Jazz Festival, I'm standing there and people are like surrounding me off the stage, trying to get me off the stage. It's the whole festival.
Yeah.
It's festival season. They
Yeah.
stayed out till 5 o'clock. They do it.
Wow. Yeah. And as you know, it doesn't get much better than Montreux. So, Brittany, I do have to ask you one synthesizer question. So, I mean, we've seen in the background there your amazing keyboards, and you've mentioned sort of you love a Whirly, you love a Rhodes. Just tell us, what are your sort of favourite instruments that really get you fired up creatively?
Come on, Rhodes. Come on, clavinet.
Yeah.
Come on. I love anything that's got some movement in it.
Yeah.
I love an organ. I can't play one though. But anything Hammond or Nord even. I got this Nord up here, as y'all
Yeah.
seen. We got this Yamaha montage over here. I'm still trying to unpack all of her powers.
Yeah. It's you.
And this Juno over here, I just picked this up over here. And it's just like, it's small, but it packs a punch.
Yeah.
That thing is stinky. Ugh. I ain't heard sounds like that in a long time. It's like the Yamaha MX-49. The MX series are just divine.
They are.
Because they got all that powerful instrumentation and all of that, just the movement of the sounds and just the versatility of the user. It's user friendly. For those of you that don't know, it's really difficult to move through keyboard menus for somebody who can't see a
Oh,
touch
yeah.
screen. So that's why, like with the montage, I haven't really unpacked it all yet,
Yeah.
because that touch screen is a scary thing, I tell you.
Yeah.
But yeah, with the MX-49 series or the MX series, period, no matter if it's 49, 61, or whatsoever, just you can press this button and bloop, there's all your keyboards. Bloop, there's all. I'm
Yeah.
like, I love that. I love that. Just to be able to save your settings, presets, layers. Go ahead on, Nord. Like all of them. I love them. I love them all.
Yeah. No, beautiful perspective. And moving away from keyboards, are there other artists that you've either played with or just growing up you admired? It's, let's say, three artists that have made the biggest impression on you as an artist yourself.
Ooh, who can I say? Dang. Man, I haven't played with these artists. I'll say Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
It's like number one. Come on, Matthew Whitaker.
Oh, yep.
Number two. And who else? Oh, you know who else? Alicia Keys. Oh
Oh,
my
yeah. Yeah.
stop it. Stop it. Don't get me started on that woman. Jeez Louise.
She's
I
amazing.
I man, I just know if we walked in the room, I don't need to talk. We just need to sit down and start playing.
Yeah.
That's the kind of rapport I feel like me and Alicia gonna have. Her and that, oh man, that instrument that she made with Native Instruments, that electric
Oh, yes.
Alicia Keys. Oh my gosh, that thing is gnarly, man. That thing is, ugh. I can't, I play a lot of VSTs, but this thing is gnarly.
Yeah.
I've been working on just like messing with all the macros on one preset. I'm on one preset. I'm still on one.
That's
I
funny.
can't, I can't, I can't, I can't. Alicia, stop it.
Yeah, stop it, Alicia,
Stop
please.
it.
No, great
Come
kicks.
on.
That's amazing. And speaking of us laughing, Brittany, is there a time that something's gone really wrong for you creatively or on stage that you can look back and laugh about now?
Oh man. There was this one time because I told you I got to have my presets.
Yeah.
Everything's got to be where it's supposed to be. Well, they struck my stuff and I didn't know it. So when I went to go press the horn button, I'm expecting this big full chorus of horns to come through, and all I get is blah. It's like horn number one. Blah. I'm just like, what is going on? This can't be. I'm having a breakdown. And I can't see to go,
No,
so I'm going shit, shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like scrolling 3, 4, 5 different, patches to try to get. I'm like that thing, huh? It's like it's so bad. It's right in the middle of the
I
song.
love it.
It's awful.
That's as good a train wreck as any. Great work. One of our other standard questions, Brittany, is we ask you to tag a keyboard player, so someone that you would like to find out more about their life and career. Would it be fair to say Alicia would be up there? But otherwise, feel free to.
Alicia's up there. Oh, but why I gotta choose one?
Yeah.
Okay, do I have to choose one?
No, you can choose multiple.
Charlie Puth, what you doing,
Yeah,
man?
Charlie Puth. Yeah.
Get the heck out of here. I'm done with him, man. He don't make no dang sense. Oh man. Okay, now y'all gonna get me riled up. See, keyboard players. Oh, come on, man. Charlie Puth, Alicia Keys. Where are y'all at? I'm trying to figure out where y'all at. I don't want to know what y'all doing. I want to know where y'all at.
So explain that more to me, Brett, as far as just the way they play or just their approach or yeah.
Their memory, hold on. Their memories go into their keys. I
Yeah.
know they do. They don't play like they got issues with performance, but it's like they play like they're memorizing what those keys are saying in everything that they do. They're not performing, dude. They're freaking they're living those keys.
Yeah.
They're living those keys.
And Brittany, we're on to our standard questions. So we just have the dreaded Desert Island Discs question. So if you have to choose 5 albums, what would they be?
Earth, Wind, and Fire is all in all. Oh, I don't know the name of the album. The Alicia album. That's my baby.
Yeah, I'll find that out. That's fine. No problems.
Where she's like, I keep on falling in and out. Oh man, come on, get out. Get out of here, man. That's my song. You
Yeah.
don't know my that was my era for Alicia, man. Oof. Anyway.
So that's two good ones.
Stevie.
Yep.
Do, 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 Secret Life of Plants.
Oh, yep.
Journey
Beautiful.
to the Secret Life of who else? Oh man. I only get five. I already been through three.
Yes.
Okay, I love R&B, so I'm going Tank, Sex, Love, and Pain.
Nice.
Oh, I love this. Freaking album is good. Um, I'm gonna think of 10 by the time this is over, but why? I can't choose one more. Oh my gosh, who else? And okay, I love me some Kendrick Lamar, so I'm gonna have to his newest drop. What was the one?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but no, I'll put it in the notes. I know the one you mean. Yep.
Yes, it's
Great.
all
Love it.
If this were my. I love that whole album.
Yeah, look, he's a genius. Great picks, Brittany. Five excellent picks. Thank you. And what we usually do is finish off with what's called our quick fire 10. So 10 short and sharp questions with hopefully some short and sharp answers if they're not too hard. So do you recall the first album or piece of music that you heard as a child that really had a big impact on you?
Candy Dolph for Sexy Mood Up.
Yeah, yeah, that Katie Dolphin stuff was great. Yep.
Thanks.
Yeah, great stuff. Most important ritual for you before a gig. So, what do you need to do before you play live that you feel settled before you go on stage?
Eat me some chocolate.
Nice work. I recommend that. Um, if you hadn't been a musician, what do you think your career choice would have been?
Pilot.
Pilot. There you go. I love it. That would work too. That's great. Yeah, so
Or
that's great. I think I know with your skills you don't need it, but transpose button, or do you tend to change keys on the fly? I think it's the last one.
transpose.
Oh, you do
I'm
transpose. Okay.
transposed queen, baby. I be all over the place. I'm like da 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 da, and I be forgetting I transposed and start playing the song. Oh crap.
That's funny. No, good. Is there a favorite gig you've ever played?
There was this Pickathon festival. I can't think of the where. Was it Was it Portland, Oregon? I gotta ask my. Oh, Pickathon was it. I loved Pickathon. That was so dope. Ooh, that was a
Great.
cool festival.
Excellent. Is there a favorite city you've played? It sounds like Montreux was up there as a festival, but is there a favorite city?
What was my favorite city ever? I don't know. I love playing. Was it? I think we played Austin. I love playing Austin.
Yeah,
That was good.
great.
Montreux was definitely up there though.
Yeah, yeah. Is there a favourite song you've played at a gig in the last year?
Oh, well, I guess Sepricon. Sepricon gets crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great song. And Name one thing you'd like to see invented that'd make your life as a keyboard player easier.
Voice control.
Yeah. And I cannot say I'm really surprised that, well, thought control, but even voice control, I'm really surprised that's never happened. It
Yeah,
just,
we're good. We can do it. It's like
yeah,
horns.
yeah, you would think, yeah. So no, I think that'll happen. Is there a favorite music soundtrack, or anything like that you love listening to? So something to do with, movies or TV or documentaries as far as music goes.
Ooh, I I was all up in the Us soundtrack and all
Yeah.
up in the Maze Runner soundtrack. Okay, but I can't choose one.
No,
Okay.
that's okay. Maze Runner and Us Up are both
Yeah.
great. Yep, love it. And is there a favorite hobby or activity outside of music that you love doing? So what keeps Brittany Davis sane outside of music?
Reading. I love to read.
Yep,
I
great.
love to read.
What type of books? So horror or
Ooh.
non-fiction, or yeah, any favorite
If it
genres?
if it falls out of the sky and hits me in the head, I don't care what kind of book it is. I'm just like, give me a book. Is that a book? I want that one.
Love it. Love it. Brady, I cannot thank you enough for your time. As I've already said in the introduction, and I'll be saying in the wrap up to this show, listening to your music is an absolute revelation and a pleasure and a privilege. And I cannot wait to hear even more of it, whether it comes out of the Brittany Vault or the stuff that you're still yet to create. And we're super excited, hopefully, to see you in Australia at some stage in the future as well. I couldn't think of a better place to welcome you. So, again, I cannot thank you enough for your time.
Thank you.
And there we have it. I hope you did enjoy that. I certainly had one hell of a time talking with Brittany. And as much as we laughed about Brittany's vault and Prince's vault, I feel like it's not too much hyperbole comparing what their both current and potential output to some great artists like Prince and Stevie Wonder and so on. I think Brittany is an absolute force to be reckoned with, and I cannot wait to hear what's coming up in the future. And as I said to them after the show, I would pay serious money to see Brittany perform, and it would be worth every single cent. So yeah, again, thanks to Brittany for their time. It was an absolute privilege. Thanks to you for your time as always. And also a big thanks to our gold and silver supporters. So the amazing Mike Wilcox at Midnight Mastering. If you're creating your own work, I do recommend Midnight Mastering for great mixing and mastering services. I've used Mike myself. Yes, he is a friend, but I've certainly used Mike's professional services and could not be happier. The brilliant team at musicplayer.com forums, particularly the Keyboard Corner, love hanging out there. We've had some fun discussions in the past week on a whole range of topics, and it's always a joy to jump in there and have a chat. Also, the brilliant Dewi Evans from the sunny land of Wales. Thank you, sir, for your ongoing support. And last but most definitely not least, the lovely Tammy Catcher from Tammy's Musical Stew for her long-term and ongoing support. Thank you, Tammy. So again, thank you for your time. We'll be back all too soon for another interview. And until then, keep on playing.